One of the beauties of having touchscreen washers and dryers is that you can have so many different options for customers that they can choose to select regarding how they're going to wash their clothes. And you as the owner have the option of charging or not charging for these different things, such as temperature of the water, the spin speed, whether they have to add a detergent or not. There's all different kinds of stuff that you can do with these things. I'm going to talk about two of the most common cycle modifiers that you can program. One is for hot water, the other one is for a heavy wash or a power wash. So in this particular case, how these things work is you pick whatever selection that you want. Let's say right here, that's your basic price is $7.50 for this particular cycle. Well, if I want warm water instead of cold, I can do that. But if I want hot water, oh, it jumped up 50 cents. Well, I've got to pay that premium because I want that hot water. And that's fair because the owner has to pay for the extra energy and things to heat the water, as well as other costs for electric and that kind of thing like that. So let's say I want to change that, or if I hit next, I want this option as the customer for a heavy wash. I want that extra washes and extra rinses. How do I program the prices and to have that option onto here? And let's say if that's what I wanted to do all of this, I could do that. Or let's say I wanted to add that in. Now I can get a $9 wash rather than $7.50. It's going to have all of these extra things, and I'm going to be using hot water. Or if I want to, I can go back and say, no, I really don't want that, in which case then I'm just going to go here, or I'm going to go back to here, and I really don't want hot, I just want warm water. Now I'm going to go to next, but I still want that extra wash, and I can do this, and you know what? That's what I'm going to get for all my extra things, a pre-wash, extra rinse, etc., etc. So you've got all these different options that the customer can choose, which not only gives them a choice on how to wash their clothes, but also gives you, as the owner, a potential little bit more bump in revenue. So how you do those things is you go into your programming menu, and what you want to do is go to settings, and you go to VEN settings, and from here you've got VEN price modifiers. So you can click on this. Now this will actually change the price on the different VENs that you have as part of everything here. And if you notice, it's got different defaults as part of this. So in this particular case, we're not going to charge extra for medium soil, so I'm just going to delete that. I hit submit. For my heavy soil, instead of $4, I don't want $4, I'm going to do $1. I'm going to submit that. Dispensing detergent, bleach, all of those different kinds of things, I'm not going to worry about those. Those aren't as part of anything, so now I'm going to go backwards out of here. I'm going to save and exit. So how do I get to the modifiers that I'm kind of adding on to these things? So if, for example, I want the color cycle, but I want the power wash, the heavy wash, because let's say it's football uniforms or something really dirty, that I want that extra wash and rinse cycles and things like that. So that's what I want to get on the screen. How do I get that? Well, from here, what you want to do is you want to go into your system menu, and you go to settings, and you go to VEN settings, and you go to VEN price modifiers. And so now on this VEN price modifiers, first you can change the prices to whatever it is that you want. So sometimes they're defaulted to $4 or whatever. You want to change those prices to, let's say, $1, like I had it. Go from there. Back out of this. And now you want to go to cycle modifier settings. And here we'll have some different things that are selected and not selected. It's got medium soil, which I don't want. I tend to like to just have one option. So heavy soil is my default. And now you can put in, what does that include? So you can put those different modifiers in on that if you wish. There's other things that you can add on to this as well. Extra time, extra rinse, whatever it is that you want. But now I'm going to save and exit. And now when I click on, let's say in this particular case, whites, I go here, here's my wash, and here's what it all includes, and I'm being charged an extra $1 for it. Now what happens though if you want to charge extra for, let's say, hot, warm, cold water, something like that? Well, that's the subject of another video. So now let's say you want to charge extra for hot water in this particular case, like we have over here. If we go into this particular cycle, and my default temperature is cold, and I, as the customer, decide, colors, I want my stuff to be washed and hot, well, I'm paying that extra 50 cents. So how do I charge that? Well, you go into your programming screen, And once again, you go into settings and you go into VEN settings, and now you want to go to VEN price modifiers. And in here, you've got all these different things that you can program and charge. Well, one of them that you have is temperature adjustments. So in this particular case, I'm going to charge an extra 50 cents for hot water. I'm going to submit that. And if you notice, I have an earlier video about having charges for like a power wash or a heavy wash, as I called it, as part of that. You can change that here too. Same screen, you can do it all at once. But once you have that temperature change for hot, hit exit, save and exit. And now if you go back to the main screen, any of your settings, when you go from cold to hot, you should see that 50% jump, 50-cent jump on all of them. And that's how you charge for that. And if you wanted to go and add on another heavy wash cycle, now you've got a heavy wash cycle with hot water for $1.50 extra. And that's how you do it.